piracy incidents in the Singapore Strait have been on the rise, with 29 of them so far this year. Now that's compared to a total of 8 in the Straits of Malacca and Singapore combined last year. Now just yesterday, pirates attacked 2 vessels separately in the Singapore Strait. Experts that we spoke to say this is cause for concern and urged ship operators to stay vigilant.
Experts say the situation in the Singapore Strait was quiet for several years before this most recent spike. According to statistics by RECAP, a regional information sharing center on piracy, there were 104 incidents in the Straits of Malacca and Singapore in 2015. The number went down to 2 a year later, something defense analyst Rizwan Rahmat from Janes by IHS Markit attributes to a rise in enforcement efforts by Indonesian and Singaporean authorities. The figure remained below 10 until this year. Mr. Rizwan said factors that affect the number of incidences are mostly economic, like the price of 2 commodities most frequently sought after by pirates, oil and scrap metal. Dr. Prashant Parameswaran, a fellow at U.S. think tank Wilson Center, said the spike could have been prompted by a string of related attacks, especially given some of the similarities in the recent incidents. The latest attacks happened in the early hours of Monday, within 2 hours of each other. They involved a bulk carrier and a tanker. The pirates tied up crew members as they attempted to rob the ships, but left empty-handed when the alarm sounded in both instances. Dr. Prashant urged ship operators to exercise caution and take more security measures to avoid similar attacks, but acknowledged that this is easier said than done.
Singapore says it takes a serious view on the recent armed robbery against ships in the Singapore Strait. The Maritime and Port Authority, responding to queries from CNA, said the incidents pose a threat to the safety and security of seafarers and vessels, and that fighting piracy and armed robbery is a shared responsibility that calls for strong collaboration.
Well, MPA said Singapore works closely with Indonesia and Malaysia to tackle threats in the Singapore Strait. Agencies in Singapore also work together to share information and step up patrols where it's necessary. Now, that's to ensure the safety and security within Singapore territorial waters and the regional sea lanes.
MPA added that it has been broadcasting alerts to vessels to exercise vigilance when travelling along the Singapore Strait.